You know when you click Buy Now on something? Ever stop to think about that last kind of chaotic journey it takes to actually get to your front door? Well, that whole journey is about to get a massive $2 billion makeover, and we're going to break it all down.
Seriously, how will your next package get to you? I mean, is it going to be the usual delivery driver, a drone buzzing overhead, or, and this is the big one, something totally different? Because right now, the future of delivery is being built, and honestly, it looks a lot like a little robot on wheels.
And really, this all boils down to solving one huge, notoriously tricky puzzle: last-mile delivery. It's that final leg of the journey, from the distribution center to your doorstep. And trust me, it is the most difficult and most expensive part of the whole process. This is the exact problem that tech giants are pouring billions of dollars into trying to fix.
And that brings us to the main event today. This high-stakes, absolute race to create the ultimate driverless delivery network. And guess what? A brand new major contender just entered the ring.
Now, we're not just talking about some small, incremental step here. This is a huge leap forward. What's happening is that two key players are teaming together to create an absolute powerhouse, one with the scale and the ambition to completely own this space.
So let's dive into the headlines. We are talking about a massive $2 billion merger that is poised to completely reshape the world of automated logistics. Okay, so who's involved? Well, on one side, you've got Cainiao. That's the huge logistics arm of the e-commerce giant Alibaba. They're taking their autonomous vehicle unit and merging it with this other company, Zelos Technology. And Zelos? They do one thing and they do it well: robovans.
And the numbers here, they're just staggering. I mean, the new company, this combined entity, is valued at roughly $2 billion. That is a serious bet on the future of driverless delivery, no question about it.
But it's not just a number on paper, right? That valuation translates into actual hardware on the street. Together, their combined fleet is going to be more than 20,000 robovans. Just let that number sink in.
Okay, so where is this giant fleet gonna be? We are talking about more than 300 cities all across China. That gives them this incredible, massive footprint, right from the get-go. Okay, so who are these two companies exactly? Let's dig in a little deeper on the giant and the specialist who are teaming up to make all this happen. And you know, the dynamic here is just fascinating. On the one hand, you've got Cainiao, the established logistics backbone for Alibaba, right? They handle the entire supply chain top to bottom. And then on the other hand, you've got Zelos, this super young startup, founded just back in 2021, that is laser-focused on just driverless last-mile delivery. It's like this classic story of a massive, established power meeting up with some seriously agile, fresh innovation.
And believe me, when I say agile, I am not kidding. Just look at this timeline. Zelos was only founded in 2021. By 2025, their fleet just exploded, going from about 200 vehicles to over 17,000. And now, just a year later, they're part of this 20,000-plus vehicle powerhouse. That level of growth is just, wow, it's astonishing.
And they're not just playing in their own backyard either. Zelos has some heavy hitters backing them, investors like Ant Group, and they've already locked in international partnerships with huge names like Singapore Post and DHL. Even Dubai's Transport Authority is on board. So yeah, they've definitely got global ambitions.
Okay, so you have to ask, why would a behemoth like Alibaba make a move like this? Because this isn't just about some delivery vans. This is about a deep, fundamental, strategic shift happening inside one of the biggest tech companies on the planet.
And this quote right here, it really gets to the core of it. Alibaba is on a mission, a big one, to streamline its absolutely sprawling tech empire. Basically, they're getting rid of businesses that aren't central to their mission so they can double down hard on what they do best.
And you can totally see this new playbook in action. Their goal is to get laser-focused on their two core businesses, e-commerce and, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. Look at their recent moves. They've already folded in their food delivery and travel services and sold off an express delivery unit. So this robovan merger, it's just the next logical step in that strategy.
All right, to really grasp how big of a deal this is, we've got to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because all of this is going down in what is arguably one of the most competitive markets for autonomous vehicles in the entire world.
See, in China, there are basically two huge races happening at the same time, both heading toward autonomy. First, you've got the robo-taxi race, which is all about transporting people. That's where you see players like Baidu and WeRide. But then you've got the robo-van race, all about delivering goods. And that's where Zelos and Neolix are major players.
This merger basically catapults this new Zelos Kaineo company right to the front of the pack in that second race.
So, what kind of money are we really talking about here? How big is this market? Well, just to give you some perspective, analysts think the robo-taxi market, just for moving people, could be worth something like $68 billion by 2035. And you have to imagine the market for delivering all our stuff, that could be even bigger.
So, when you put all the pieces together, it's pretty clear this isn't just some simple corporate merger. No, this is a very calculated, very strategic move. It's designed to create an undeniable leader, a dominant force in the future of automated goods delivery.
And all of this brings us right back to where we started. When you've got corporate giants making $2 billion bets and you've got fleets of over 20,000 autonomous vehicles about to hit the streets, it really stops being a question of if this is going to happen and becomes a question of when. So I'll leave you with this. Do you think robot deliveries are going to become our new normal, maybe a lot sooner than any of us expect?